80% of this car is common across the whole of the globe, but there's the extra 20% which is special to each market, to maybe the US, to the Asian market, to the European market. Tell me about the differences between those?
Yeah, I mean, we're operating on a commonality level of 80%. This is primarily driven by the platform elements, and you could argue is 80% the highest you can achieve. Maybe there's another 5% possible.
Yeah.
The differences, the main differences are basically driven by regulatory items. In the US, we have different airbag systems, different emission levels, so different fuel tank requirements.
Okay.
So there are items from a regulatory point of view, they define by law if you want a difference. You have to carry this level of uniqueness. But in general, the items where we basically can say we meet all the requirements, we try to commonize. And the benefit is primarily with the factory itself. It's not really for the customer.
Sure.
It should be not important, really.
Okay, because that leads me to another question. Why the C segment? With every successive new launch, this is a third generation Focus now. They get bigger, slightly bigger every time. Now, why is that? Within every successive upgrade or new model launch, the car gets slightly bigger, slightly longer, slightly wider.
I can say at least this car gets 11mm lower.
Yeah,
it's the outgoing model.
Yeah.
So, and the width is identical.
Okay.
And in length, yes, we increased 8mm in the wheelbase, overall 50mm. And this is primarily the safety element, because primarily the add-on is happen in the front end structure just to comply on pedestrian protection. And if you take low speed damageability, so the crash impact below 15 km/h, then or starting with pedestrian protection, low speed damageability and high speed crash. You can simplify that you work in 3 zones. Low speed, very soft, so your body, your bones can handle it. Then you go into low speed, where you get an energy level which is a bit higher, but not comparable to high speed crash. But effectively, this zone protects roughly 200mm in a car. And then the remainder, you can argue old school of rule, 660mm crashable space is for high speed. So if you stack this up, and this is physics, you need some space, and the piece we added on here is basically a stronger performance for pedestrian protection. That's the key driver.
Right, okay.